Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Antony is desperate to join Manchester United. At the first, Ajax wanted 50 million for Antony. But now, Ajax are demanding around 69 million. Man United have held talks with Ajax regarding Antony. Earlier on this week, Man United officials arrived in Amsterdam. Antony is a winger. He's at Ajax. Ajax got him back in 2020 on a 5-year contract. Ajax got him for around 13 million, could rise to 18.2 million. So that's the news on him. Now I want to give you some more news on Frenkie de Jong. So Man United are set to launch a 65 million bid with bonuses for Frenkie de Jong. A journalist has claimed that Man United are 90% likely to sign Frenkie de Jong. Not so long ago, it said Manchester United and Barcelona were 17 million apart from their valuations for Frenkie de Jong. But Man United are confident that Barcelona will lower their 73 million asking price. It said Frenkie de Jong is keen on the move to Man City. Frenkie de Jong could be Erik ten Hag's first signing at Man United. You know, Erik ten Hag wants a reunion with the player. He is a versatile midfielder. Frenkie de Jong has been at Barcelona since 2019. He's got a contract with Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona did get him from Ajax. They got him for around £65 million. And recently I gave you more news regarding Christian Eriksen. Man United hope to persuade Denmark midfielder Christian Eriksen to join before the start of the new season. It was thought that Christian Eriksen wanted to stay in London. Man United have already made internal contact with Christian Eriksen's representatives. A few weeks ago, Man United sent scouts to watch Christian Eriksen in action. Christian Eriksen's contract at Brentford expires at the end of this month. Brentford got Eriksen back in January. When he officially signed for Brentford, he signed a 6-month contract. Brentford did get him from Inter Milan before Eriksen played for Tottenham, and he was a long-serving player at Tottenham. When he was a lot younger, he played at Ajax. Revert back to Euro 2021, Christian Eriksen collapsed. He suffered a cardiac arrest. Do you think Christian Eriksen would be a good signing for Manchester United? In general, there's a lot of players that Erik ten Hag wants to recommend to the club. Ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. You know, Ten Hag is Man United's manager. Revert back to earlier on this year, it got officially announced that Erik ten Hag got appointed in as the new manager of Man United. Ten Hag did replace Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag has got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option to extend for a further year. Don't forget, Ten Hag attended Man United's final game against Crystal Palace at the end of last season. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. As you all know, Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren are working alongside Ten Hag at Man United. You know, Ten Hag is aware that he's got a massive task ahead of him, and if he doesn't exceed expectations, Ten Hag, there's a good chance he'll get sacked. But I've got faith in Ten Hag. He is a good manager. You know, he did very well when he managed Ajax, because when he was at Ajax he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals and also developed the young players well. Don't forget, you know, this is the first time Erik ten Hag is experiencing the Premier League. The Premier League is totally different to the Dutch league. Ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players as well. We've already seen players leave on free transfers. Paul Pogba, he's leaving Man United on a free transfer when his contract expires at the end of this month. I think he's going back to Juventus. Matic, he's already left Man United not so long ago. Roma announced the signing of Matic on a 1-year deal. Matic is now reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Matic was not one of Man United's first choice midfielders, but despite that, he'd still been given his opportunities. Matic endured around 5 years at Man United. Man United did get him from Chelsea back in 2017 in a deal worth 40 million. Not so long ago, Man United confirmed that Jesse Lingard will be leaving. You know, Lingard was part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy in that, but you know, most of the time he was classified as a squad player because he didn't get in the team much. At one point, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Juan Mata, he left Manchester United on a free transfer. Juan Mata was a long-serving player at Man United. He did endure 8 years at the club. Most of the time he was classified as a squad player because he didn't get in the team much. Mata had a good career at Man United. Man United did get Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, brought him in under the David Moyes era. Edison Cavani left the club earlier on this year. Cavani did lose his place in the Man United team when Ronaldo re-signed last year. Man United did get Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Eric Bailly and Axel Tuanzebe are set to leave the club. Not so long ago, Lee Grant retired. So there you go. And this year, I think Alex Telles could be leaving. I initially thought Maguire was going to be leaving this year, but now I'm hearing that Maguire is staying. Not so long ago it said Maguire was set for talks with Eric Ten Hag over the Man United captaincy. Jones will leave this year. I think Wan-Bissaka could be leaving this year. I'm hearing that Crystal Palace are interested in signing Wan-Bissaka on loan. Wan-Bissaka was at Crystal Palace before he came to Man United. We'll get rid of Martial this year. Man United are looking to sell him to raise funds. Last season Martial was out on loan with Sevilla. I reckon that Dean Henderson will leave this year. Dean Henderson is Manchester United's second choice goalkeeper. You know, don't get in goal much. Last season Henderson made just 3 appearances. Not so long ago it said Dean Henderson's move from Man United to Nottingham Forest was at an advanced stage. It said Nottingham Forest were close to agreeing a deal for Dean Henderson. He said the deal was a loan with an option to buy for around 20 million. Newcastle have also been in for Dean Henderson. So there you go. And next year, players will leave Manchester United. As you all know, earlier on this year, Ralph Rangnick left Manchester United. So obviously it said that Rangnick would not take up the consultancy role at Man United. Earlier on this year, Ralph Rangnick got appointed in as the new head coach of Austria. Rangnick did sign a 2-year deal. Rangnick was Manchester United's interim manager for around 5 months. He only enjoyed 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager, and unfortunately he didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Revert back to earlier on this year though, when Rangnick was the interim manager, he did make changes to his credit because he recommended Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst. He recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist, and he recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach. Before, Ralph Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Last season, Man United endured their worst ever Premier League season in terms of points. Last season, Man United finished on just 58 points, and last season, Man United finished 6th. Man United did lose the final game against Crystal Palace 1-0 at Selhurst Park at the end of last season, but despite that, Man United are in the Europa League for the upcoming season. As things stand, Manchester United have not won a trophy now for around 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Man United have only won 4 trophies in the last, 10 years. Man United won 3 trophies under Jose Mourinho. That was the Europa League, the EFL Cup and the Community Shield. And Man United won the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago now. In the last 10 years or so, Man United have spent over £1 billion. We've brought over 40 odd players in since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. You know, 5 managers have gone since Ferguson, you know, because we sacked Moyes, sacked Van Gaal, sacked Mourinho. In November last year, Man United sacked Solskjaer, and earlier on this year, Ralph Rangnick left. I gave you the news on Richard Arnold not so long ago. You know, Richard Arnold did speak to Man United fans outside his local pub. in order to stop protests against the Glazer family. You know, Arnold obviously said a few stuff. He said, you know, Man United have spent over £1 billion in, you know, last 5 years, he mentioned, being burnt away, that money. He was talking about Man United's pursuit of Frenkie de Jong, and he was saying like last season was a nightmare. So there are some of the things he mentioned, like was it last weekend, you know, back in February, Richard Arnold replaced Ed Woodward. The Glazers, you know, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. A lot of United fans have protested against the Glazers, and I did initially say that the protesting would persist until the Glazers are out of the club. They've owned Manchester United for around 17 years now. They bought the club for around 500 million back in 2005. Not so long ago, the Premier League fixtures got released. Man United do play Brighton and Hove Albion at Old Trafford on the opening day. Well, his first 3 games I've seen him, it's Brighton, Brentford and Liverpool. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless, see you all again very soon.